which is really a universal environmental agreement that is signed and agreed on by all countries in the world, with the exception of the United States. Is really the premier environmental agreement that looks at biodiversity conservation and sustainable use, and the fair and equitable sharing of the benefits arising from the utilization of genetic resources. And the CBD itself, in its own provisions, has provisions for identification and monitoring. That's really essentially a horizon scanning function, because parties to the CBD are obliged to identify potential threats and to monitor them. And that's really what horizon scanning is about. Secondly, there are provisions in the CBD as well that deal with assessing impacts and minimizing adverse impacts. And of course, we see, when we talk about the issue of biosafety and genetically modified organisms or living modified organisms, for example, the Cartagena Protocol is really an embodiment or an expression of this technology assessment. Risk assessment is central to the Cartagena Protocol, and parties are also have the right to take socioeconomic considerations into account when it comes to assessing the impacts of LMOs and making decisions about them. So we actually do see in this body of legal treaties, and these are legally binding agreements, we do see in these bodies of these treaties, the provisions are there already to ask parties to do these tasks so as to minimize the risks to environment and also taking into account risks to human health.